want me to throw up or something? Because you mentioned the Jets, and every time I think about the Jets, I just want to throw up more and more and more. I mean,
if it makes you feel any better, I was a huge Wayne Corbett guy. I loved Curtis Martin. I was a Chad Pennington truther.
And they never won. They never won. That roster never won with Wayne Corbett, Curtis Martin, Keyshawn Johnson. Are you kidding me? And this roster's pretty damn good on paper, but I'm sorry. After hearing what Robert Saleh said this week, I'm taking receipts. It makes me think that this is going to turn into a clown circus again with the New York Jets. I like Robert Saleh, but something tells me this is going to turn into a season of disgraceful football, okay? I don't know. I'm hoping that not to believe that, but I like some of the pieces that we've seen. Sauce Gardner looks like he's the real deal. I like Garrett Wilson if they actually play him. Thank you, Mike, for not playing him enough. So when he was out there, he looked pretty damn good. And when's Zach Wilson coming back? Is he coming back? And is he going to be the player that Robert Saleh, Mike LaFleur, and the great Joe Douglas believed he was? Because if he isn't, we're going to start over again with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quarterbacks drafted in the first and second round in the last 11 years. Is there any team in NFL history that's had first and second round picks of 5 in 11 years? And the answer is none. So the New York Jets are not very good at drafting a quarterback or the guy that runs, the offense the way we have seen. Sam Darnold, a mistake. Mark Sanchez, he wasn't a mistake, but he's not in the NFL anymore. For a guy that's 33 years old, 34 years old. Usually quarterbacks play to their 36, 37, unless you really stink, a.k.a. Mark Sanchez. I mean, we could go down and up the roster. There are guys that Christian Hackenberg, where is he? Is he working on a farm now or something like that? Cleaning horse shit? Excuse my language. That's probably what he's doing. So I don't know what's going on with this, but hopefully you're Mike LaFleur, and I say you're Mike LaFleur because I don't want him there, okay? I think he's an idiot. That's what I think. And after, I don't know if you've been following what Mike LaFleur has been saying, since he's been here with the Jets. Did you hear his Monday excuses? Did you hear that?
No, to be honest, I'm so consumed with 49er stuff.
Oh my God! You
don't have to deal with the X's.
Oh my God! If you listen to this guy speak, and people said this guy is a genius, and him coming to the Jets he's the next big offensive mind to get a coaching job. If any team is stupid enough right now to give this guy a coaching job, good luck. He'll be there 1 year like Josh McDaniels was with the Broncos, and he will be out like Trout, okay? There is no way in hell this guy is going to be able to run a team for what I've seen this offense to be. There is no stability in that offense. It is a disgrace. And I know what you're going to say. Well, Joe Flacco. How about last year with Zach Wilson, even in the second half, and he looked half decent what he was in the first half? The play calling is horrible. Kyle Shanahan, I'm not a big Kyle Shanahan fan, but at least Kyle Shanahan knows how to run an offense. He makes mistakes at the end of the game, and when he has the lead, he doesn't run the ball when he should be running the ball. But nevertheless, I trust that Kyle Shanahan knows what he does offensively. This man, he's not McVay. He's not his brother. He's not anybody I've seen that comes from the tree of Kyle Shanahan. What I see is a worthless piece of you-know-what who sits there and makes excuses after the fact when your team, with all the weapons you have, you should have heard what he said a couple of weeks ago. Oh, we've got the weapons to win. We got Garrett Wilson. We got Elijah Moore. We got this guy. We got that guy. You throw the ball to Corey Davis, who has pot hands. Pod hands. He's a horrible wide receiver. And that's what you brought into your organization. A pod hand SOB. Okay? I'm tired of it. I don't even want to hear it anymore. Robert Saleh needs to go out there. I'm sorry I'm ranting and raving right now. It just makes me sick to my stomach. And they come from your organization. I just want to see my team win already. I'm disgusted. I am disgusted with this team.
Jordan got the whole scoop of all of his exes now that he got to see the good word of Dante Pettis. Now he got to see the bad side.
I want to get a shotgun and shoot myself in the head watching this team play offense. Are you kidding me? I mean, even you bring all these offensive linemen. You bring in Laken Tomlinson. He's a guard. He's a Pro Bowl guard from your team. He stunk it up. Week 1. He couldn't stop a nosebleed. I mean, that was horrible. Okay? I'm so drained watching my team play, and they're bringing players in. They're bringing all these players from San Francisco, and I expect them to be good with the Jets. And then they play week 1, and I'm like, what am I watching? I'm watching a Pee-wee football team play.
All right, here's an idea. Denzel Mims for Dante Pettis trade. Save the season.
No, how about this? I will trade any Jet right now, okay, for Fred Warner. Okay, would you do that?
All right, Jordan. Give your realistic trade package. So you would want for the Jets for Fred Warner, best linebacker in football. Make it happen. What would you want from the Jets?
I'll trade you Kawan Alexander.
It would start with Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore, and there would be a lot more after that. But it would start at that. If I was ever playing GM in that role, I would never want to part with Fred Warner. But I'm a very big fan of Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson. I had the pleasure of meeting Garrett at the draft in Vegas. I talked to him for a little bit. I was very impressed. To be honest, when I thought the 49ers and Jets might be making a trade involving Deebo Samuel, Garrett Wilson was the guy that I was hoping San Francisco would take if they did make that move. So as long as somebody's there eventually to get him the ball, I think those guys can be great. I love Michael Carter as well. I was very high on him coming out of North Carolina. So I can understand your pain because the pieces are there. It just... it's very annoying.
It's your guy. It's Mike LaFleur. That is the poison. That is the poison we need to get rid of. Robert Saleh, listen to this kid. Reach out to Jordan Elliott. Help us out here. Fire that guy. It's disgusting. I can't sit here and watch it anymore. It's just horrible.
See, now, Jordan,
my God.
In your hypothetical offense that this trade does happen, they should just have George Kittle play offensive line and just have no running backs. Then you have a wide receiving core of Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, and Jawan Jennings. That's pretty insane.
How do you bring in Conklin and CJ Osuma, and you bring these guys in? You spend all this money, and you don't use them. You throw it to a guy that barely made the team. What are you, nuts? And then you sit here, and you're trying to sell that at the end of the game? I can't. I think Mike LaFleur thinks we're stupid. I really think that he thinks that Jet fans are just dopes. They don't know anything about football because we've seen losing season after losing season after losing season. And Robert Saleh says, "Oh, we're going to prove it. We're going to prove it to you. We're taking receipts." How about you do this? Figure out how you're going to run your offense. Bring in a real offensive coordinator that actually knows what he's doing. And when Kyle Shanahan eventually gets fired from San Francisco after he's wrong about Trey Lance, then you bring him in here, and hopefully we don't leave it up to him at the end of the game to stop running the ball. If that happens, we win a Super Bowl. I doubt that's going to happen, by the way. But we really appreciate you joining us. I'm sorry I'm screaming at you and attacking you. I'm sure this is a very interesting interview, but we really appreciate your knowledge of the San Francisco 49ers. We'll bring you on again. We'll actually bring you on with some of the SB Nation guys from Seattle, which we've had on the show, and the Rams, and kind of see where you all are at in the middle of the season. Speedy, you have to do that. Get some SB Nation guys out from the division Rams, Arizona, and Seattle, and we'll bring on Jordan Elliott, and then we'll see who knows more about their team and kind of see what kind of pizzazz these guys have against one another. What do you think about that, Speedy?
Very interesting.
I think it'll be very, very interesting. Yeah. As Jordan Elliott over here is a very smart guy. He knows his stuff. He knows his football. He knows his 49ers, and maybe he does see something in Trey Lance that nobody else sees. But only time will tell. Jordan, thank you for joining us, bud.
Hey, absolute pleasure. Anytime, fellas, you let me know. Absolute pleasure to come on.
No, I'll tell you this. You'll probably get off and say, man, that guy is a psychopath. But
hey, one of my really good buddies is from New Jersey, so I always appreciate the East Coast sports. He always reminds me, like I said, I'm from California, and we have a different level of passion. There's passionate sports fans here, but I always appreciate the intensity that the New York sports fan has, so I respect it, truly.
You guys would have had a Super Bowl parade 10 times the size of the Rams one.
It would have been we would have had one, 11 years ago. I was at that game where Eli Manning had one of the grittiest performances I've ever seen in that NFC Championship game in 2011, and,
Mm-hmm.
I know you remember that one well. That was one where
that was a good one.
I really felt like they let one get away, but I tipped my cap. That was
I was actually so grateful you guys won the round before because I think the Saints would have destroyed them. So I'm like, okay, there's a chance because I thought that was like a very new team, very surprised team that year. That Niners team just coming out of nowhere, 13-3, and we're a number 2 seed. But I'm like, all right, the Giants are gritty; they have a chance.
Well, New Jersey, New York, whatever you want to call us, East Coast sports. I would give my 10 best years for your 10 worst years and for the New York Jets, okay? That just tells you how bad the Jets have been, okay? So just so you know. And I'm
rooting for you over here on the West Coast. I'm hoping that you turn it around.
Of course you are, because Robert Saleh is running my team. You love Robert Saleh, as all the 49ers we've had calling our show and interacting with us. Oh, you guys are so lucky to have Robert Saleh. And now I'm sitting here and saying, am I lucky or am I going to kill myself at the end of the year because I'm sitting here taking receipts from Robert Saleh and Mike LaFleur's terrible play calling offensively?
Maybe Robert Saleh and Lake and Tomlinson will be back on the 49ers in 2 years.
One question before we let you go, because just my opinion. You know Garrett. You like Garrett Wilson, right? You like him.
Yeah.
Okay. You bring him in and you draft him at number 10. Why is it that you're playing him in, certain patterns of offensive play calling and not playing him every single rep when you know that he is your best wide receiver on your team? What common sense do you have? If it was up to me, I don't care if he knows anything about the playbook. Just go down the field, run a damn route, and catch the goddamn ball, okay? Do that for us, and I'll actually be excited. But no, Mike LaFleur is all about, well, you got to know the playbook. It's very intense. That's why Denzel Mims is going to be going somewhere else next year and becoming a superstar wide receiver somewhere else. That's what makes me sick to my stomach. What the hell are you doing? I'm done. I'm done. I am going to stop watching the Jets. If this team still is what they are when Zach Wilson comes back with the weapons they have, I'd rather sit on a toilet, take a dump, and read a newspaper than watch the New York Jets. I can't do it anymore. I'm going to have a heart attack here. It's disgusting. It really is. Take that for SB Nation New York Jets. You can come and call this. We've had did we have the SB Nation?
No, that was the other guy that was supposed to be on tonight.
Oh, that'll be great when he comes on.
He's a part-time guy for SB Nation.
You'll definitely have to watch that show, bud, because when he does come on next week, and I can't wait to hear his excuses, because I am a Jet fan, and I'm not going to sit here and just say, well, it's okay. We just have losing season after losing season after losing season, and we have to see that garbage of a football team, okay? And that's what they are. As far as I'm concerned, until they go out, go into Cleveland, put on a game. I don't care if you lose. Just show up and play a decent game, and I will be happy with that. I do not want to see another 27 or 28-point game where you're letting Lamar Jackson throw not one, but 2 40-yard touchdown passes. Lamar Jackson, okay? That's all. Thank you, Jordan. I'm sorry.
Thank you guys so much. No, I'll be tuning in for sure. I look forward to hearing it. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it.